Well, good Sunday afternoon. I think it's winding up here to turn on. Let's make sure it is. There we go. Hello, everyone. I'm Marion Gelletley, and I'm happy to be here today with you for day two of the 12 days of holiday style 2020 style. Let's put it that way. It's a different year. There's no doubt about that. So I hope you had a chance to watch day one from, let's see, that would have been Friday. And it was all about what? Creating a statement necklace out of things that you already have in your jewelry box. So today we're going to continue on with that jewelry box because I know there are still some good things in there that you can get out and have some fun with this holiday season. Pieces that you can wear for holiday Zoom calls. You can see, kind of from the bust up, this is where we want to focus. So necklaces are a great way to do that. But you can see I'm wearing a scarf today that also is a great way to do that. So I want to share with you, necklaces being my number one favorite accessory, scarves being my number two. But then we're going to talk about some other things like bracelets, earrings. Let's see, bracelets, earrings, rings. Oh, and the 2020 accessory of the year, masks. So, with that in mind, I just want to remind you that if you have not posted for day one a particular statement necklace that you've put together, go ahead and do that and go ahead and put that picture in that day one thread. And you'll do the same today for the day two. And I'll tell you at the end of this what you're going to win if you participate. All right. So now, if you're lucky enough to have family heirlooms, for instance, maybe you've got, some diamonds. This happened to be from my mother. And so, this is something that I don't wear all the time, but boy, this time of year, I certainly get it out and wear it. If you've got emeralds or rubies or sapphires or pearls, get them out of the safe and let's wear them this season. Even though it may be a casual season, you can have some fun with all these accessories and the real thing. If you're not going to wear them now, when are you going to wear them? That's really the question. I think your mom and your Aunt Bessie would be really happy to know that you're enjoying them. So let's begin with scarves, just because they're one of my favorite. Now, let me just say that there are all kinds of scarves, there are all kinds of colors, patterns, and so the only scarves I really want to talk about today are those that are going to bring sparkle and shine for the holiday season. So, what about them, or color? So, what about them as you go through your stash? What about these pieces can you pull out and say, you know what? I think I'm going to try this year. Maybe I haven't worn it for a while, but let me go ahead and see what I can do with it this particular season. So, this is something that a friend made for me, and I just love this piece. If any of you crochet and you can get your hands on ribbon, this is all that there is to it. Okay, so it's about 5 feet long, and I can wrap it around my neck very simply, thread it through, and I'm done. So finding pieces that are easy, I'm all about ease. Nothing that's difficult to do. So just really simple kinds of things. And as I say, if you're somebody that knits or crochets, you probably could do this very well yourself. So you'll notice though that there is some lurex. There's some little sparkle in there. You can see the sparkle, the silvers, the golds, and so forth. And so, that to me says holiday. That seems that I could do one of two things. I could wear it with a silk blouse, which might be a little dressier, or I could wear it. Here's another one of the same types of scarves. I could wear it with a knit sweater and a pair of jeans. So look at your scarves from the standpoint of, do I have things that I can dress down or things that I could dress up depending on what kind of Zoom that I'm going to be on? All right, let me grab a couple of other scarves here. I'm going to step off camera here for a moment and grab a couple of scarves. So as you're going through and you're looking at fabrics, you're going to look for either color or luster. So this is a satin piece. It's a cream satin. And so because it has the luster, and because I talked to you about pearls a couple of days ago, I thought, oh, all right, well, let me go ahead and try this. Now, this is a long rectangular scarf, which happens to be my very favorite to work with because, again, I'm into ease and I want it to be easy. So all I do is I divide it in half, grab up here where the little loop is, string it around the back of my neck, open up the loop, and then put one end through the loop and take the other end and bring it around and down through the loop. Okay, simple, simple, simple. And what I like to do also is that I can adjust this down from my neck because I need some space. I have a short neck and I'm full busted. So having some sort of a V right here is a good look for those of us that have those two body silhouette issues. So simple. You can also take it and just put the bow off to the side, if you will, to make it a little more elegant. But bottom line is you could stuff this inside a coat, inside a jacket, or just wear it like this at home if you want to keep your neck warm. So there you go. Yeah, Karen, isn't that great? That crochet scarf is definitely amazing. I think I have 3 or 4 of them. My friend Sandy makes them, and she's not making them right now, but I sure loved it when she did. Okay, so another one that I don't like as much, but definitely they're in vogue right now, and that is a big rectangle, or excuse me, a big square scarf. I think they're a little harder to deal with, but probably the simplest thing is just to take them and put 2 of the points together so that you create a triangle. Okay, so I've got this in triangle. You see in this pattern, it's got the red in it, it's got the green in it, and it's got the white, all of the Christmas colors. Now, I didn't buy this in fall or winter. I actually bought this in summer, and I wear it with white pants a lot. But this time of year, I can take it and pair it with this very dark silk olive green blouse, and now kind of make it more holiday looking. So you can take the point, put the point to the front. I'll tell you, these cameras get me so messed up in terms of when I'm looking in the camera, what side am I really working on? And bringing the 2 ends forward, and you can literally just tie the ends together underneath the point and let it hang that way, and then you can move that point anywhere you wish. So that's one thing you can do with a square scarf. The other thing that you can do is to, simply bunch it up. Well, no, I like this better. Take one end like this and just let it hang and bring your hand straight down to the middle. Wrap it around your neck and thread the ends around. So it's down in there, and then I like to take these 2 ends and bring them in the front. Of course, I'm doing this really without my mirror here. And you can spread these out a little bit and just finish it off nicely that way. And of course, get it all the way you want it. And also get it in the place of the colors. So for instance, for this particular season, I would try and get rid of the yellow as much as possible. So I didn't pay attention to that as I started to tie this. So that would be another really simple way. What I like is they stay flat, they stay close to the body, they don't move around a lot. And again, for my philosophy of everything has to be easy, this is one of those things that's very easy. Now, another piece I always like to look for would be a piece that is more like a shawl. You can see this is very wide. Okay, very wide. But what you can do when anytime you have something where you just feel like, oh, it's too big, it's too bulky for, going around my neck, what I do is I just twist. I twist, I twist, I twist so I get it down to where it's manageable for me. Because my scale, I'm only 5'4". So anything that's really voluminous sometimes can get the best of me. So just bring it around to where I've got it here, and then I can even twist it more around my neck till I get it where I've got it comfortable for my neck on a cold day. But the thing I wanted to say about these big pieces is they can serve as a shawl as well. And I wear them as shawls all the time, even when I'm in someone's home, or sometimes even in my own home, because I can take it and just throw it over one shoulder and be nice and cozy. And this also for Zoom, just remember, color is really important. Accessories above the bust line are really important because that's what's going to have you standing out. So don't be afraid to get out these things and really have some fun and start playing in your closet. I don't know if you did this when you were a little girl, but if you played with your dolls and you would dress them up, what I want you to think about is doing the same thing for yourself and to have some fun. All right, I think that's all I wanted to say about scarves. So looking for color in the pattern that are indicative of the holiday. So I showed you my reds, I showed you the red and green, I showed you the winter white with the black. And if you're needing something for Thanksgiving next week, maybe looking for things that are going to have the burnt oranges or the avocado greens or the mustard yellows or the plums, something like that. Pull that out and wear that for Thanksgiving next week. If it's New Year's Eve, it might be something with a lot of silver sparkle in it. Hanukkah might be blues and whites. So what colors are in the closet that are indicative of the season, and so that you're right there in the season as well. All right, let's talk about earrings for a moment. Now, let me put on, if I can find what I did with it. Yes, let me put this back on because I want to show you something. And that is when you get a lot of stuff up here, especially if you're short-necked or full busted, what's difficult is having big, long earrings. At least it is for me. So having earrings that are of a size or of a sparkle that show up, but they sit up higher, is something you might want to consider or at least play with and see how that works for you. So this particular earring, again, is a vintage earring that was my mom's. And I remember being a little girl, and she and my dad would go out every Saturday evening, and they would go out to dinner and they would go dancing to their favorite place. And I always, as a little girl, used to sit there and watch her get ready for the evening. So I remember all these earrings that she had, and look at how beautiful this earring is with this scarf. Unintended, but this is what I want you to look for in your closet. Things that will surprise you, that really do work if you spend a little time or have a little bit of fun in the closet. Look at some of these, which were vintage from her. Is that pretty? This one with the purple. This one with the blue. And this one, which I've never worn, but I think now that my hair is going, I'm going to be able to start wearing this color a bit as well. So when you go into consignment stores or whatever, thrift stores, take a look at their jewelry. You might really surprise you what you find there. So what I was saying is that if the earrings get too long when you have a turtleneck or a mock neck, or you've got a scarf that's muffled up near your neck, you're going to want to probably stay something a little bit up closer to the ear. So whether it's sparkly like what you see here, or whether it may be, now this works as well because it's got the gold in it. Can you see that? But it's not as sparkly. It's not as fun for the holiday season. You see what I'm talking about? So this is what I want to get you ready for to really enjoy the holidays. Now here is one that's a little bit longer. And this one is right on the border. I could still get away with wearing this one very nicely as well. It's not interfering with the scarf. But this one definitely, you see, interferes with the scarf, and that would drive me nuts because they would be catching on one another. So, pay attention to the lengths of things and also colors. What is your personal coloring? What have you got going on with your hair color? What have you got going on with your eye color? Those are the kinds of things that you really want to pull out, and you can just see that these olives with my eyes really are one of my favorite go-to neutrals, besides brown and black. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about earrings. Let's see. Oh, the other thing was to factor in your hair, your hairstyle and your length. Because if you have really long hair, now my hair just happens to kind of naturally want to go back, so it does expose my earring. But if you've got hair that comes forward a lot, then you cannot see what's going on under there. So in that particular case, you are going to have to find an earring that's really going to be long enough to be able to peek out from under the hair. All right, that's that. Now, bracelets. So just like with a necklace, having a statement bracelet is certainly fun, but it's not required. And so a bracelet that I would call a statement bracelet might be something like this. It's big, it's bold, it's sparkly, it's very holiday-ish. But if you don't want to go that big, then you could even do something, along the lines of, this would be kind of a medium scale. The other option would be to do what I've done on my wrist, which is just to take a bunch of different bangles, or, something that you can put together. They don't even have to totally relate to one. Well, they have to relate to one another, but they don't have to match one another. Let's put it that way. So you can see, here's my little set of gold. And then here would be, a set of silvers mixed in with some pearls as well. So I've got, a chain link. I've got 3 little silver bangles with rhinestones. I've got a little tiny delicate pearl bracelet that I'd never wear by itself. And then I have this one as well. So by actually just glomming them all together, I have now a statement that I enjoy wearing. So again, try that with your bracelets just like you did with your necklaces. All right, and brooches. Let's talk about brooches. I don't know, I don't think too many people wear brooches anymore. And so I have a small collection that I've acquired over the years. This one over here, this was a gift. And this is light as cotton, and it practically feels like cotton. But is that fun with the, the leaves and then the red center that I thought was fun for the holiday season? And I can put it over something like an animal print. I could put it over this black jacket. I could put it over anything because it's very light in color and neutral in color. So do you have anything that somebody gave you as a gift? This was given to me as a gift. Do you have something that you're feeling like, well, it's not something I would have maybe bought for myself, but you know what? Actually, it's kind of fun. And that's what this does for me. I wouldn't have bought that for myself, but I really do think it's a lot of fun. And here's a way that I can wear it. Another way, or another thing would be something like this. Do you see that? It's just beads that have been put together that look like a holiday ornament or, you know, a red starburst of some sort. So, you know, looking for color, looking for luster in my jewelry box, I started pulling all these things out and going, okay, yeah, I can see, I can do that. And then I have just a red scarf to kind of enhance that and tie that all together. This is just a black jacket that I could throw on, and I could go to the grocery store in this, quite frankly. I could wear it with jeans. I could wear it with velvet pants. Could do a lot with it. It's very basic, but then adding the pops of color here would be great. Or, as I said before, adding this pop of color would also be fun. So, yeah, brooches are great. Here's another brooch over here. Now, this is a really sparkly one. And again, I don't pull that out very often, but you know, this might be the year, and you can pin it onto a scarf or wear it on the collar of a jacket. The thing you have to remember is that with brooches, they can be a little bit weighty. And so you've got to make sure that you put them onto something that can support the weight of whatever you've got going on. All right, and lastly, we're going to talk about rings. Rings, you know, whether it's mom's engagement ring that I had reset, or whether it is a big old piece of costume jewelry. Wouldn't that be nice if it was real? Oh, but you know, this is the time. Get them out. Let's have some fun with them, right? Absolutely. And then, of course, last but not least, we've got to get our masks out. And do we have masks that now will relate to what we're wearing? Or are we going to wear those little, you know, blue paper ones that we see everywhere? Well, I prefer to, I don't have ones that match everything. I mean, I have a few. So, yeah, so a green one for the holidays, a red one. I just got this. My friend Bernie makes these masks for us. So a red one for the holidays. And then this is kind of my go-to that I wear a lot just because it's got all the colors in it that I really like. So have some fun with the masks because the masks are the accessory of 2020. And I'm just afraid to say that we're going to be wearing them for a while. So see if you can get them online, or if you need one that is of a color that you can't find, just let me know and I can ask Bernie to make one for you. And that's it for, I think, today, for Pete's sakes. Yeah, so it's just about having fun. It's really about having fun and, you know, doing maybe the little girly things to get us ready. Because when we sparkle, we feel great and we look great. And so that's what I want for you. So don't forget to go ahead and take a photo and pop it into the day two or right under this video, and take a photo and put it in there so your name is going to go into a drawing. And on December 16th, I will pick the winner, and that winner is going to get a complimentary seat in my live on Zoom 5-week program called Style Shift, which I love teaching and had great success with the last time. So I'm ready to do it again, and it'll start the end of January, right around the 1st of February. So that is it for today. I hope you're inspired to get into that jewelry box and start pawing through it all. And I want to just say that I will see you back here next Wednesday. Remember, we meet on Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays until December 16th. All right, so happy playing, and don't forget to put in your pictures or ask any questions that you may have. So if you've got a question about something I said today, then go ahead and post it. If you have a question about what I said on day one, go ahead and post your questions there, because I do go back and I look at your comments, and I am happy to answer any questions that come up for you. So this is Marian Gellatly with Powerful Presence signing off, and I look forward to see you again on Wednesday for day 3 of the 12 days of 2020 holiday style. Take care, ladies. Bye-bye now.